For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Baylor Bears offense takes the field. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Tight end now in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. They'll give it to him again. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The give on the option. Breaks the tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lewis. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
With the run on first and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Auburn's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Quarterback on the keeper.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
He's got him. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. The inside handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Find some fresh air. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Bears headed quickly to the line.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away.
Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Love the effort by the defender here. The offense is trying to throw a lob pass into the end zone and high point it for a touchdown, but the defender had perfect body position.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. The tap, and he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Auburn! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Off the play fake on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here comes the hurry up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Bears in the hurry up. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ramsey. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Michigan State is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Kirk Cousins had a hand in getting this quarterback to East Lansing, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree?
They'll run it from the gun.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Boise State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on! Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. On the move, it's Hamilton.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Nice move, creates some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Bears want to crank the tempo. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to get it to the marker. Makes a man miss. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bears are on the move.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bears!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. You can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They'll leave it with him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll keep it himself. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The Bears will hustle to the line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver. They were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Zips it out to his man. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Hauls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
On the ground, it's Ramsey. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Floating away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a man on the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Going to swing it on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make a play.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Give to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got the quick pass. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Singleton. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Motion from the back. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments. Going deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. On the run, it's Hamilton. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Gets open down the middle. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This is
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Here we go. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with the run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Dances away to buy time. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been unstoppable. The ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. The play action fake. On target. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Bears will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that deep.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He'll try to do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lewis. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10th. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? Drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback, sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Well, will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This one's complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. At midfield, he's got room. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
At the 34. Brings up second down.
That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Gonna look downfield again. The throw to the outside is complete. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. And the Bears are facing third and inches. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
It's complete to the right. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll go up top on second and short. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Going to the ground. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first and 10. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Smashes it between the uprights. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter. And getting the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides to back and leads it. Plows through the defense. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Turning it on! And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run the counter. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The snap sets up to throw. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Pushes ahead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Finding it tough to make positive yardage, now third and goal from the 2. Going for 6. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting all...
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk. He's going for the goal line. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Picked up 6 on that last one, now second and inches. Tries again to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Working that wide receiver screen. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wants to go up top on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Picked off to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better.